Right now it's 6, alert day heat throughout this weekend. The latest from our weather team and where to grab some relief downtown. And Reynolds in a new role. The new project La Crosse's former mayor is joining and how it helps the Mississippi River.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off tonight. This weekend is expected to bring in dangerous heat and humidity. Let's take a live look outside. The sun has been out all day long, and you can really start to feel that heat coming in. Let's bring in First Warn meteorologist Art Jarrett to time it all out.
Highs for Friday holding on today. We reached at least widespread 80s today, so we're a bit warmer. We'll also go into the evening with partly cloudy skies giving way to some clearing skies later on today. And then through the evening hours, we're looking at the possibility of again, or at least late night, with more storms coming back in your forecast. We'll hold on to them staying well to the north of I-94, brushing Ladysmith as well as Eau Claire as we finish out going into the early morning hours. And then we'll roll into the overnight lows for Saturday, where we're looking at the potential for record-breaking lows, or at least warmest lows in the forecast. Then we get into dangerous heat as we roll into the weekend. Saturday afternoon going through Sunday evening, we're looking at the possibility of the heat index to be at least up to 107 degrees on your skin, with the hottest conditions mostly down to the south. We'll hold on to the possibility of getting into the overnight lows, as I mentioned before. When I come back, we'll also show you that record-breaking warm lows again for everybody that's going to be coming in case you missed it, and of course the dangerously hot weekend in store. So please stick around.
Thanks, Art. And the city of La Crosse does not plan to open any cooling centers this weekend, but if you are in need of a cool-off, the city's Main Street Library is going to be open 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday. The Crawford County Administration Building is closed due to water damage. A fire sprinkler malfunctioned yesterday. It ran for about 45 minutes before it was shut off, and the water went through every floor, damaging electrical systems. County departments will operate off-site through an alternate phone system. You can find those phone numbers on our website. No word on when the building will reopen. A Viroqua barn is a total loss after a fire. It started this afternoon after a controlled burn spread. Multiple fire departments responded to the scene and found the barn fully engulfed when they arrived. No one was injured in the fire. Used fireworks are to blame for an Onalaska fire. That's according to fire crews. This one happened around 10 o'clock last night. Damage was mostly contained to a garage, but it did displace both tenants. Investigators say someone put fireworks in a recycling bin near the garage, causing it to catch fire. No injuries there were reported. Iran and Israel continue to intercept each other's drone strikes tonight. While Iran met with European Union officials today, there's no breakthrough on potential peace talks. It is not surprising to President Trump, who tells reporters today that Iran didn't want to speak to Europe. Quote, "They want to speak to us." Trump left the White House earlier today after an hours-long national security meeting.
I think within a matter of weeks, or certainly within a matter of months, they're going to be able to have a nuclear weapon. We can't let that happen.
Iran is the preeminent terrorist regime in the world. It must not, it cannot have nuclear weapons. That is the purpose of Israel's action.
European representatives say they made it clear Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And the UK Foreign Secretary urged Iran to negotiate with the U.S. Military kids in Sparta wrapped up a week of bugging out this morning. The Sparta Area School District finished its week-long STEM camp for children of active duty personnel. 125 students learned how insects inspire better flying machines and scientific breakthroughs. The district is the only one in Wisconsin offering the Pentagon-funded program. STEM camp aims to get more kids interested in careers in STEM at an early age.
Camp every year, our theme is a little different, but our focus is to not only expose the kids to fun STEM activities, but also to show them STEM careers and to get them thinking. Our goal is, like, when they leave, for them to be saying in their head or whatever, I could do that.
STEM Camp is available for 3rd to 8th grade students. 2 La Crosse nonprofits are helping those in need of food assistance. The Salvation Army and Hunger Task Force hosted their monthly food distribution today. The event is held on the 3rd Friday of every month.
Food insecurity is getting worse and worse. We're seeing people struggling because of inflation, because of possible government cuts. We're not exactly sure what to expect, so we're making sure that that food is available on a monthly basis.
Now, the amount of food you're able to receive is dependent on the size of your family. You need to bring a driver's license or a state ID card to pick up food. Central High School students also spending the day fighting hunger in La Crosse. Summer program students are hosting a food drive in the school parking lot with the goal of collecting 200 pounds of non-perishables.
We are definitely leaning on our community this summer with not knowing what the rest of the year is going to look like. We're definitely leaning into the community for the help that we need to continue to maintain the 128 programs that we serve.
That student-led effort ran from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. today. A local nonprofit is hosting an event to bring members of the LGBTQ+ community together. Today, the center is hosting Pride on the Patio. The event at the Grounded Patio Cafe started with an art market, inviting artists and small businesses from around the area to show off their work. It also offers live music and a fundraising raffle.
For a business in such a big area like downtown La Crosse, and they're embracing such small artists with the LGBTQ community, it's very embracive. It brings a lot of people out of their shell into an area where we all fit in.
The music will continue until 9 tonight. It's free for anyone to attend. Governor Evers is green-lighting a $5.5 million road project starting next week. The money will cover replacing deteriorating bridges on Wisconsin 162 between US 14 and Coon Valley and Wisconsin 33 near Newburgh Corners, Vernon, and La Crosse counties. 162 will be closed to through traffic, but officials will post a detour using US 1461, Wisconsin 27, and 33. That work is scheduled to start next Wednesday. Black River Falls officially has a new fire chief. Mark Nordahl takes over the department after getting Rural Fire Board and Common Council approval. He has served as second assistant chief and has spent 20 years in the department. The city administrator says Nordahl's experience and deep roots in the community will serve residents well. La Crosse's former mayor has a new role. Mitch Reynolds has joined the Mid-America Clean Future Alliance as a program specialist. It's a new group focused on outreach in Mississippi River Basin communities. They're connecting those communities to recycling incentives and other environmental protection programs. Happening around the state, the Janesville shooting that left 3 dead is officially a murder-suicide. That's the word from police. On Tuesday, authorities found 4 adults with gunshot wounds inside an apartment. 1 is still in critical condition. Police say the shooting stemmed from a domestic dispute. They are not identifying the shooter. Wisconsin Senate Republicans passed several bills this week, with one thing missing in most of them: money. One bill creates a grant program for schools to improve building safety. Another requires the state technical college system to offer grants to schools who offer EMS training courses, but they don't have any funding attached to them. Republicans say previous governor partial vetoes have eroded their trust, but if the governor signs these bills, they'll approve funding later. Democrats, meanwhile, proposed amendments to attach some funding, and Republicans rejected them.
So it's our job as a legislature to create new policy. And when we have a governor who's just going to arbitrarily try change the intent of the legislature, we're not going to fund that policy.
Why should we pretend and deceive the people of Wisconsin that we're doing good things when in fact they'll never see the result?
As for state budget talks, the Joint Finance Committee canceled its meeting yesterday. It was supposed to address school funding and tax cuts. Senator Bernie Sanders is endorsing Democrat Rebecca Cook in the race for Wisconsin's 3rd congressional district. Sanders says Cook will, quote, stand up for working families and take on the greed of powerful special interests. Cook's run is a 2024 rematch race with Representative Derek Van Orden. Cook also unsuccessfully ran for Congress in 2022. And a sausage border battle is underway in court. Minnesota's Hormel is suing Wisconsin's Johnsonville. The reason? They claim Johnsonville hired their former employees to steal Hormel's formulas and plans. The criminal complaint allegedly contains email proof of employees sending confidential Hormel information to Johnsonville officials. Hormel says it doesn't normally comment on litigation, but their complaint, quote, speaks for itself. Coming up, uniting in the face of tragedy. Minnesota law enforcement meeting with residents on how to move forward after their neighbor lawmaker is assassinated.
Summer's officially here, and Fleet Farm's ready to go with unbeatable outdoor deals. Stock up on 24 packs of Fleet Farm bottled water. On sale now, just 2 for $5. Get 20 pounds of Bear Mountain barbecue pellets for $7.99 a bag. And spruce up your yard with bags of superior weed and feed for just $19.99. Whether you're grilling or chilling, get what you need at the best prices guaranteed this summer at Fleet Farm. And check out all our deals at fleetfarm.com.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get the freedom to save. Get $4,250 cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, $2,250 in trade assistance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP.
At US Cellular, we created an event to celebrate our customers, like Luana here, called Us Days.
Yeah, they give us special rewards and exclusive deals in everything. It almost feels like we're part of a cool club together.
Sure does.
Slide Connect. Woo, woo, woo. Hug, shake.
Us Days just got bigger. All customers get a free phone with no trade-in.
This is Arby's $7 Euro meal. Do the Greeks have a god of meats? If they don't, is there a form we need to fill out? A number to call? Arby's, we have the meats.
Pronamel, clinical enamel strength, can help us to keep our enamel for a lifetime. It's backed by science. It is clinically proven to strengthen our teeth. I would recommend this toothpaste to everybody. It's really an amazing product.
The Trump administration is implementing sanctions hoping to weaken Iran's weapons programs as the country's conflict with Israel rages on. It's the effort to undercut the military capabilities that Iran's president oversees. Those sanctioned today include several foreign companies, a Chinese individual, and a cargo ship. The Treasury Department said those businesses and individuals gave Iran sensitive machinery and research important to the regime's military programs. A Rhode Island federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from using states' cooperation with immigration efforts as a condition for receiving transportation funds. 20 mostly Democratic-led states filed a lawsuit last month. It aimed to prevent the DOT from cutting off billions of dollars in funding if the states refuse to comply with the federal immigration enforcement. President Trump has used federal funding as leverage amid policy disagreements with different states and organizations. In a Thursday ruling, the judge sided with the states. Now to the Minnesota lawmaker assassination that has left Minnesota neighborhoods shaken. A masked gunman shot and killed Melissa Hortman and her husband Saturday. Then this week, someone broke into the Hortmans' house. Neighbors said that break-in made it feel like the Hortmans were attacked again. Now those neighbors are banding together to regain a sense of safety. Frankie McLister shares their story.
Brooklyn Park.
It's a community in mourning.
We just still can't believe that it's happened. And we just want to get some peace back.
Tammy Paquette and her daughter were two of many Brooklyn Park residents that attended the city's healing event on Thursday, hearing from the police department firsthand.
If somebody's pounding at your door, ask to see their badge.
And city leaders.
Consider that whatever you say sets the tone for what those families, the Hortman and the Hoffman families and their friends might hear.
A lot of people here have raised families together. You've watched each other's kids grow up. You've watched Melissa raise her children.
And those people also had questions answered, like if Belter was working alone or not.
There is no evidence to indicate that there is a larger scheme at play here.
And what to do if you're worried about an impersonator.
You can call 911 and you can ask the dispatcher, I've got somebody knocking on my door. I want to know if they're a police officer. Can you help me verify that?
The meeting comes after neighbors now walk past a new fence surrounding the Hortmans' home. Police confirmed after asking the Hortmans' children, the fence was installed after it was burglarized overnight Wednesday.
We're working hard to get to the bottom of that.
But for people like Chris H., who says the Hortmans were his neighborhood friends,
you know, they were good people.
And Jasmine Paquette, who ran to her mom's for safety.
I want to heal from it.
The citizens know they'll persevere.
And stay with us. Art has your full weekend forecast when we come back.
Find comfort in your world in a stressless recliner. Take a time out, have a seat, and enjoy a special offer from Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Save in an instant on stressless furniture at Drury's in Fountain. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless recliner, sofa, or sectional, designed with the world's most innovative comfort features. Don't wait. It's time for Stressless. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardians at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardians can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardians may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired, and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardians. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardians is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Look, a perfect sandwich symphony. Nothing could be better. Okay, it just got better.
Mix and match a quarter pounder with cheese, a Big Mac, or other favorites. Get any two for $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Well, good evening to you. Highs today, looking at least widespread 80s for your forecast under partly cloudy skies, giving way to a bit warmer and humid conditions in the forecast. And that's going to be a precursor getting into a warmer weekend. As we get into it, 6 o'clock, you're looking at these clouds slowly but surely getting out of the region. As they do, we'll see another batch come back again as we go deeper into the evening hours. Holding on to the possibility by the 10 o'clock hour, light showers popping into the region, getting into thunderstorm activity just north of Ladysmith, and continue to do so with at least 2 to 3 rounds of that continuing on all the way through Saturday, getting into the sunrise time, brushing Ladysmith, and maybe even bringing a little bit of a shower going towards Eau Claire as we finish out into the mid to late morning hours. As that finishes out, we'll go into the possibility of, again, a low risk of severe weather getting up to Rice Lake and Ladysmith. Eau Claire is not in that, but we do have the possibility of record-breaking warm lows as we go through Saturday. These temperatures are going to be in the 70s, possibly to near 80 degrees, and so there'll be no relief, not only on Saturday, but no relief getting into Sunday. Highs are going to be in the 90s, as you can see, widespread. The possibility of this happening as we go into drier conditions for your Saturday and into Sunday. In fact, Saturday is going to take us up to at least 103 degrees on your skin, it may feel. Also, we tag in Sunday, it could feel like up to about 107 degrees on your skin there as well, between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the evening. You go into on to Monday, you're looking at the possibility of still some lingering heat, residual heat continuing into your week. And of course, we have a alert day for both days for your weekend, coming into a heat index between 95 and 107 degrees. That could expand up to at least 105 to 110 for Eau Claire, Ladysmith, and areas in Minneapolis and portions of, again, Iowa. That's going to be, again, an extreme heat warning. Where you have the orange you just saw is going to be for La Crosse down to the south as well. You'll see that maybe down to about 107 degrees, possibly on your skin. There will be storm activity possibly again, or at least a risk for severe weather. That includes portions all the way down to La Crosse and northward, and that is for storms coming in as we go into Monday night, carrying over all the way through Friday, possibly into Saturday of the following week, coming back again. So we have a week that's going to be nothing but, of course, ponding and roadways, holding on to wet roadways for your commutes all times. And of course, we'll also find ourselves with the possibility of getting into maybe, again, some minor flooding or localized flooding in the forecast as we finish out for Wednesday. You'll see that how that all plays out. Carrying over into, once again, alert day for Saturday, Sunday. We have temperatures in the 90s that will feel like they're in the triple-digit numbers. We have thunderstorms coming in for Monday with the lightest bats at 60%, ramping up Tuesday and Wednesday, tapering down for Thursday, as you can see, with heavy rainfall still holding on. Still some heavy rainfall again, but not a bad batch of temperatures running around at the 82-degree mark. We start to warming back up. These were all in the 70s last time we talked. We'll hold on into Saturday with the potential for more showers still up in the air. It is only a 30% chance. Have a wonderful day and be safe.
And coming up next in sports, taking it to court, the Badgers suing another university for improper conduct. Plus, the West Salem girls soccer team looking for a massive upset in the state semis. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
The 30% solar tax credit could end in 2025. If you want to install solar on your residential or commercial property and receive this tax credit, call 608-780-2347 to get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy today.
Red, white, and new. It's time to refresh your space for less at the King Furniture Pre-4th of July Savings Event. Save up to 50% on an entire room of beautiful new furniture. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining, you name it. Find mattress closeout deals on overstocked inventory and special factory closeout Lazy Boy recliners at prices too good to sit out. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. We'll even deliver in Holloway for free. It's the King Furniture Pre-4th of July Savings Event going on now.
We see you out there building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like $5 off assorted Roundup multi-use pump sprayers, 20% off signature licensed auto accessories. Rewards members save 25%. And new at Blaine's, AgriMaster pelleted pine bedding, just $5.99 a bag. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
You might say, Rochester, Minnesota. Really? We say yes. Really. Home of Minnesota's highest rated beer. Really. A booming live music scene. Really. One of the country's top rated speakeasies. Really. An oyster bar that farms its own exclusive oysters from the coast of Maine. Really. The perfect blend of big city experiences with small town convenience. This is Rochester, Minnesota. Really.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, as one season ends, another begins. Today marking the first day of summer, but potentially the last day of high school spring sports season, unless the West Salem Panthers could pull off an all-time upset in the state semifinals. Panthers taking on one of the top programs in the history of the sport, Catholic Memorial. West Salem hanging tough early, but then the Crusaders strike as a great cross-in leads to Claire Weber using the left foot to get her side on the board. That would be the score heading into halftime, but 9 minutes out of the intermission, the top team in Division III doubling their lead on a great header by Lucia Brown. Just too many chances for Catholic Memorial in this one. West Salem's Bailey Fawcett did have 13 saves in goal, but the Panthers' fantastic season comes to a close with a 4-0 defeat. Brewers and Twins will begin another edition of the Border Battle at 7:10 from Target Field for Game 1 of a 3-game series. Minnesota took 2 of 3 from Milwaukee about a month ago. Milwaukee enters the night tied for second place in the Central with St. Louis. The Twins are third in their division. Jacob Mizarowski gets the ball for the Crew. Joe Ryan for the Twins. And well, for those that look forward to the marquee college men's basketball rivalry here in the state, mark down December 6th on your calendar as the school's announcing that date today. The Kohl Center will play host to the game this season. Tip time and broadcast schedule still up in the air. The Golden Eagles won last year's matchup 88-74 at Pfizer Forum. An unprecedented move today by the University of Wisconsin as they are suing the University of Miami for tampering with a football transfer. The Badgers and former four-star recruit Xavier Lucas had a revenue share agreement that Lucas signed. Then allegedly the defensive back had a meeting with a Miami coach and prominent alumnus at his Florida home, and he ultimately transferred to the Hurricanes. In the complaint, Wisconsin said in part, quote, "During this watershed time for college athletics, the case will advance the overall integrity of the game by holding programs legally accountable when they wrongfully interfere with contractual commitments." Lucas had 18 tackles in 11 games last year. Consider Pandora's box open, I think, Ken, because there's a lot that can happen with the result of this case.
Absolutely, and it just reflects how kind of a Wild West scenario it's been since we opened this scenario. No real rules in place. A lot of horror stories, not just from Wisconsin, but Iowa and Alabama had one with a 5-star recruit. So something to try and bring a little bit more of guardrails in place. And, you know, everybody used to know what was and wasn't legal, you know, in the previous era.
It's going to be interesting.
To say the least. Jacob, thanks very much. We got another look at your weekend forecast right after this.
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we can't wait to see you again at Culver's.
What makes us happy is making you happy.
We want every meal
to be filled with big bite moments.
Lick the spoon moments.
And even get your hands off my cheese curds moments.
They're just too good to share. From the juiciest bites to the sweetest scoops.
We're all about bringing people together
over delicious food. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
At Maury's, we believe in being more than an auto dealership. We believe in celebrating change when life happens and new adventures begin, in affecting it for good in our communities where we're called to serve, because change can be good. And as your life changes, we'll be there for you, whether you're buying, servicing, or selling. And right now, Maury's is buying cars daily. Bring your vehicle with the title and we'll issue you a check within 30 minutes. Maury's, more than an auto dealership. Let's move forward together.
What brings you in today?
It's my husband. He's been sleeping on the couch.
It's all the nagging. Headaches. They're killing me. Try the all-new Sealy Posturepedic. Can you feel the support? No more nagging. Headaches. I mean the bed aches. That's the Precision Fit coils. They flex to your body, supporting you where you need it most. It's like couples therapy for your spine.
So you'll come back to bed?
I may never get out. Stop stressing, start sleeping with Slumberland's 365-night sleep guarantee.
Dangerously hot conditions coming in the morning hours as well as the afternoon. You can see we may have some record-breaking temperatures in the morning lows where we could see those temperatures be the warmest lows in such the time since we've been recording. We'll also see by Sunday we'll do similar conditions around 79 degrees in the early morning. So no recovery is going to help us as we're getting temperatures widespread in the 90s that will feel like they're up to at least 107 to about 110. Be safe out there.